I walked away just about 2 years ago. Um, I grew up with a very liberal family, and my parents were sort of post-hippies. And so I grew up primarily, my adolescent years were in the 80s and 90s. And I just always identified with being, somebody who was like the nice one, like somebody who cared about people and, was kind and generous and loved the planet and love peace and make love not war, and just all these different ideas that were kind of vague but ubiquitous. And I grew up, I went to a liberal arts college, and I was very susceptible to being indoctrinated into all the multicultural studies classes and feminist studies classes. And I think that I enjoyed the way they underscored some of the ways that I could make myself a victim for different reasons. And that's, really useful to someone to absolve them of any personal responsibility. So, and I'm not saying that people aren't victims of things, because they are clearly, but I can now see the way that I enjoyed that for my own profit, if you will. So interestingly, I was very naive when it came to politics. I just sort of identified as a liberal, but was really ignorant. Didn't really know anything about politics, didn't follow politics, just going along in my own bubble of life. And then in 2016, I met my now husband, and we didn't know each other's political standings. And I voted for Hillary and he voted for Trump. And at the time I had no idea. I made the assumption that even though we didn't talk about politics, he was totally the same as me, because he was such and is a good, honest, decent, loving, amazing human being. So fast forward to a couple years in our relationship, in which we managed to be talking all the time and connecting, and somehow we avoided the topic of politics pretty completely, until one day something happened and we didn't, and I posted something and he basically called me out about virtue signaling, and then that opened up a big can of worms and a lot of conversation. And I asked him to read certain things like bell hooks, and he asked me to start watching certain things like different lectures with Dinesh D'Souza and Candace Owens, and just different things. And because I loved and respected his mind so much, I was open. And I think that that's the thing, is I think you double down when you're so afraid that you've been wrong for so long, and now you want to save face. You can't even be open to admitting that maybe you were wrong, because you feel bad, you feel like a hypocrite. But thank God I had my eyes open to realize about the truth about the Democratic Party. I would have never known anything about, them being the ones who, supported slavery, and just any of the history. And now I just feel like I know so much more about what to stand for, and I'm on the right side of history. And it's sad to see what's happening right now in our country, but I am really proud to say that I've walked away from the Democrat Party. And it's been hard, because I actually sent Brandon Strzok's walk-away video close to probably like a year, probably like a year and a half ago, to my family. And they were not receptive. In fact, they basically just stonewalled me and never responded. And then since then, it's been really hard. I am afraid of being bullied by people if they know that I support the president, and I don't want Biden to win. So it's sad that you have to hang your head in shame and be afraid that all the really nice people, the caring, loving people, are basically gonna verbally assault you, or kind of kick you out of their circle if they find out that you just kind of believe something different than they do. So that's my long story, and I'm just grateful to be an American, and I hope that things start to improve. And I do believe that love and connection is the answer, but I don't think that the way that people are going about it is right. And if we all just take care of ourselves and start by putting our own homes in order and truly loving our neighbor and being a good person, starting with ourselves and the people in our, immediate sphere, then we probably will do really great as a people in a country and in a world. Thanks for watching.